Just wanted to welcome everyone to the Walk for India's Missing Girls. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday walking with us. So basically, people have been asking me why we are walking, and one of the main reasons is in the last century, 50 million girls have been eliminated from India's population.
My name is Naina Kaputi and I'm based in San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up in India and moved to the US 8 years ago. But it was only about 4 years ago when my husband and I were looking to adopt a baby girl from India that I became aware that in some parts of India there are only 500 girls to 1,000 boys, and these men are growing up and there are not enough brides for them. The UN has already warned of the consequences that will affect India's population because of this alarming gender imbalance.
It's like their mental perception that they want a son so that they can keep the generation ongoing, but they just don't know if there is no daughter, who will they marry and keep the generation going?
There's increase in trafficking, there's increase in sexual assault, domestic violence, there's an increase in bride buying. Women are being married to more than one man, so women are already being affected by this elimination of girls from India's population.
What is involved personally with this issue for me is my mother was one of those Indian women who already had 2 daughters and found out she was pregnant with another girl. Her husband had just died of a heart attack, so she was in a very, very difficult position.
And afraid that she would be known as an outcast because she already had 2 girls, and afraid that they would kill me when I was alive, she decided to have an abortion. So she flew all the way to California, and by the time she got here to have the abortion, she was 8 months pregnant. Really, what happened was a woman came up and talked to her and said, listen, your daughter's life is valuable. Just because she's a girl is no reason to abort her, and we can find her loving parents who will take care of her and respect her. And right away, she found adoptive parents to adopt me, and that's my mom and dad. So I was born and raised in California, and I'm really thankful to Nina for.
There are laws that are against the doctors declaring the sex of the child when a woman goes in for an ultrasound. But those laws are being ignored, and people still get to know the sex of their baby, and if they're really keen on a son, they get rid of their daughter. So it's really, really important that we start putting pressure on the Indian government to enforce these laws and to take this really seriously if a doctor breaks the law.
I would say it's blood on the human race that we are doing something like this. I have only one daughter and she's my only child, and I want these girls to blossom and to create a world which is violence-free. More girls we have in the world, more loving and nurturing and caring place they will create.
I decided to start the Walk for India's Missing Girls to achieve 2 goals. One is to create awareness and change the minds and hearts and attitudes of Indians living in India, people who feel that their daughter has no value. And then the other goal is to get the international community and Indians living abroad to support non-profits that are fighting to eradicate female genocide in India.
That we are one of the so-called educated community in this world, and in this country we have made quite a bit name for ourselves, for our community. We are very educated people. We have per capita income a little bit higher than other ethnic groups. But when we look around, what are we doing with those achievements? And these kind of things are happening in our own country, in our own motherland, and the place we were born, a place we came from.
I just really believe that we need to stand up for those women who are not only being looked upon as an outcast, but also being murdered.
We had the walk in several cities all over the world. In the US, we had the walk in San Francisco, and we had the walk in Melbourne in Australia, and also in Kuwait, Delhi, Jamshedpur, Mumbai and Pondicherry. And in Pondicherry there were more men than women that participated in this walk, and I thought it's a really positive sign that they are going to value their daughters' lives. In Delhi, the walk was organized by Dr. Mithu Khurana, who is right now fighting a case against her husbands and in-laws. She's the first woman to have taken her husband and in-laws to court for forcing her to do an illegal sex determination test. And I'm hoping next year we can get larger crowds to come out, have an even bigger impact. Just by the simple act of walking and holding signs protesting against female genocide in India will make such a big impact, I feel.
Bharat Mata ki Jai!
We will keep walking till female genocide is eradicated. Come join us to save India's girls.